I think you just answered some of my question, a part of my question. But I was going to say your model here could basically be applied to maybe an industry, and you could say, okay, you know, these are the players in this quadrant. These are the players in this quadrant. For example, the airline industry. You've got Priceline, you've got Expedia, you've got Travelocity, and then you got the airlines themselves trying to get the attention of the consumers and sell tickets, basically. But you could potentially apply this and say, okay, where are these players? Where are these other players? And who's going to move quickly to that time magnet quadrant and take the cake? You know?
Well, you see a little bit of that with what Virgin. I haven't been on Virgin, but I keep everybody I talk to tells me what a great experience.
They delight the user. I'm telling you, fantastic.
And so they're pulling people back. I don't know if they're the best priced one or not. I haven't flown them.
No, they don't. I mean, they'll compete a little bit on price, but they're not like the low cost airline.
Yeah, so they're not the Southwest.
But isn't that the best place to be, though? Wouldn't you rather be Apple than Dell Computer? Wouldn't you want to have 40% margins as opposed to 9% margins and going down? I think that's exactly where you want to be. You obviously have to worry about time and where you are, but I think one of the most dangerous things you can do is compete on cost. You want to delight, you want to compete on quality, you want to say, look, we're not the cheapest game in town, but we think we're the best. And if you want, go someplace else, but we're confident that you're going to come back.
So from a B2B perspective on that, you may want to go into the time on autopilot and be the corporate jets that just are or the airline that the corporation has picked. And because you have developed some kind of relationship and you're embedded into the business process. That could be another way to think about that.
I think I was just basically throwing out an idea for your next stage of your book.
It's interesting, yeah.
Consultant friends here that, okay, there's plenty of things
Yeah,
to be done.
I call this a framework and not a model for a reason. It's because you're going to find things that won't work in this situation, or you're going to see things where, you know, maybe there's two quadrants that really apply to this situation, or you're going to have, I was talking to Sherrick about how you can have within a portfolio, you can have the CRM strategy and you can have the strategy with the chatter, but you know, you're going to be doing different things in those elements, and you just want to recognize the strategies and the skills and the innovation that's going to be needed to succeed in those kind of quadrants.
Yeah, it was one of the, I wouldn't call it a debate, but it was, as the slide had it, you know, there's social enterprise in the one quadrant, and there's social CRM, or not social CRM, Salesforce CRM in the lower quadrant, which for a long time is the way people used our software. It was, you know, you get in, you get out, you get done, and you're on autopilot. And we're trying to push all those people now up. Like that's great, and we can live on that. And in fact, we'll grow to 3 billion without even having to push anyone up, because on autopilot we'll just grow naturally. But we're trying to now push everyone up. Like, no, that's not good enough. So customers who are flat in their usage, like they're happy and they're flat, but they're not adding anything. Now we're looking at that going, that's not good enough. You should be looking at doing more. There's more you can do. So you should not be thinking of Salesforce as autopilot. You should be thinking of how do you better engage with your customers, better engage with your partners within your own company, better delight the user, et cetera.
Right.
So,
but if you think about it in terms of Adrian's model and what I talk about in the book, you're talking about having people not think about Salesforce as a CRM plank, but as part of an overall platform, as part of an ecosystem. Exactly. Because if you say, that's where you almost get the lock-in, right? I don't want to get off of it because it isn't just a CRM system. I can go to Sugar CRM or another tool. I'm
locked in.
I'm enjoying it, number one, but number two, to get to Adrian's point about time, it would take too much to switch, and hopefully people are just delighted to begin with. So you have the carrot and the stick, and that way they're going to generate more revenue for you and refer people and grow the ecosystem, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify, because you brought up something that I wanted to make sure we understood. Time on autopilot is about the customer. The customer doesn't want to think about it, they just want it to work. But that doesn't mean that vendors or companies in that space are on autopilot. Those companies have to be working really hard at building out their ecosystem. It's just what they need to do is a little bit different in terms of thinking about how do you make this autopilot for my customers.